We have one returning starter on offense, Landon Brandt. He's going to be a receiver for us. We're excited about him. And we have some other guys that got a lot of playing time last year that we've moved around that are playing new positions. But we're excited about what they've done this summer and excited to see what they do in the fall.
You're entering this program at a time probably where they need it most. Last season coming off an 0-10 record. And I know you have a unique way of playing the game. So has this team kind of bought into that?
Yeah, I think really the community, the town, the school have bought into the culture change. I think that's being led by our superintendent, Dr. Drake, and assistant superintendent, Steve Garner, our principal, Isaac Suter, assistant principal, Justin McNichols, and our athletic director, Ty Gates. They've done a really good job of changing the culture and bringing people in that care about kids, invest in kids, and that's what we try to do as coaches. Is we're here to love these kids, and we want our kids to love each other, and if we can do that, we can change the culture, and hopefully we can win a couple football games as well.
I bring up the unique style of play. For those who are unfamiliar, can you kind of give a rundown of how things work under your coaching ways?
Yeah, we just try to win games. We look at the talent that we have, the players that we have, and we try to run plays that are going to fit the schemes of our offense that our kids are going to be good at. So we have some guys that can run, some guys that can catch. We don't know if we're going to run the ball more here. Traditionally, they've ran the ball, so we don't want to necessarily get fully away from that, but we just got to do what we can do to win games and put these guys in positions where they can be successful.
What does it mean to you to have your family on your coaching staff? I know how important your dad has been through this process, and it's probably cool to also have your brother by your side.
Yeah, I know. It's a great special time for me to coach with my father, coach with my brother, but our whole coaching staff's like a family. We got great coaches that have coached for a long time that they've done a really good job since spring, since I got here, just caring about these kids, investing in these kids, being here, being present for these kids, and so really I consider the whole coaching staff my family. And really on the defensive side of the ball, I forgot to mention, we have a lot of guys over there too. Walker Brado has been moved over to the defense. I think we only have 3 or 4 returning starters over there. So coming off an 0-10 season where they got mercy clocked 7 times last year, we have a lot of work to do. But right now for us, it's just worrying about what we can control. And that's taking care of ourselves in practice and getting better each day, and not really worrying about the teams that we play. We know that we play in the Big 8 Conference. We respect all the teams in the Big 8 Conference. You got Lamar, Seneca, Mount Vernon, Nevada, Cassville, Aurora. I mean, there's a lot of good teams in the Big 8 Conference, and if we start worrying about them, we're not going to get much done. So we're not necessarily focusing on the teams that we play, but just focusing on what we can control, and that's taking care of stuff in practice.
How many guys are on this team this year compared to last year?
Our numbers have went up. I think last year they were in the mid-50s. Right now we're approaching 90 players. We had a couple kids today that have to get their 14 practices in, but we're getting close to 90 players, which is great. It just says that there's kids that care about football, this town cares about football, and we want to put a product on the field that'll make our alumni, our community, our school, and our student body proud.
And not many returners, right?
No, not many returners. There's a lot of guys that played significant time last year, but as far as the starters, a lot of those guys graduated, and so we've shuffled guys around in new spots. So we really only have about 4 or 5 returning starters from last year's team, and so it's going to be a new look, offensively, defensively. A lot of new guys out in the field, new coaches down the sidelines, and so we're excited. There's a lot of momentum building with the program, but we just have to take care of what we can control, and that's how we practice.
What should we expect week 1 out of this team?
We're going to show up. We're going to be ready to play, and once the whistle blows, we'll find out. But we know we play a very tough opponent in Nevada who's won 9 games the last 3 years in a row, and they probably should have been state champions a couple of those years. So, I wish we had a different game on the schedule, but to start off the year. But we'll see how good we are against Nevada, because we know that they're going to be a very good football team, very well coached, very disciplined football team, and we have to play our best to even compete in that game. So the last time they played, it was 48-0 Nevada, and so we're trying to keep the score a little bit closer this time.